Like the video and subscribe right now, and Wizard Papa will bless your day with magic. Ready? 3, 2, 1. I'm overweight, a feminist, a single mom and a leftist. Jackpot. That's what I'm saying. Or I think we are gonna get along great, babe. What could go wrong? Baby, you're perfect for me. Let's get married. What do you think? Bahamas? Honolulu? Or maybe San Francisco is more your style? I'll make sure to take care of your kids like they are my own, and we'll live happily ever after. I mean, I can basically go anywhere I want. I'm from Calabasas, so I have a pretty expensive and extensive lifestyle. My kid is my life, love her like she's my own. I think we are going to Bali this summer. You're more than welcome to come. Although, you'll pay your own way, my travel agents can't book your flight either. But maybe someday. You mean your kid is adopted? Why adopt instead of have your own? Because why have my own when there's children who are already born needing a home? Well, that's very kind of you to do. A foster mother is better than no parents at all. There's a big difference between adopting a kid as a single woman and having a kid with a not so great dad, so at least that's a positive for you. Show some responsibility. That's what I'm saying. I don't need a baby daddy when I can take care of my child and we're well taken care of. Kids do need fathers. Just look at the homicide rates of children from single mothers. There's plenty of studies out there that show kids are better off with both parents to raising them. You may not need a baby daddy, but your baby needs one. Not to diminish anything you're doing, but children are better off with both the father and mother. So are you implying you'd like to be my baby's father? Lol, no thanks, I'm not a cuck. You already said you don't need no man. You're strong and independent. You got this. OnlyFans is a flooded market, so is Reddit. Top 7% of all creators on OnlyFans. I've been a Shrek's worker for about a year and a half, and let me tell you, it used to be so much easier to find customers on Reddit. Here lately the NSFW subreddits have been flooded with Shrek's workers. Every time I refresh my timeline, there's so many new posts from so many new Shrek's worker accounts. While I love that my work is becoming more normalized, I also hate that my income is being severely affected by just how flooded Reddit has become with Shrek's workers. All of these people started Shrek's work for extra money due to COVID-19, and now the full-time Shrek's workers are suffering. And I'm seeing so much of the same content too. Same angles, same body types, same overall styles. If you are going to start Shrek's work, my number one tip is to be unique. Bring something to the table that other people don't. Otherwise you won't make a living off of it, and all you're doing is further flooding the market and making it harder for full-time Shrek's workers to provide for themselves. Opinions? Ex-Shrek's worker, 35, F. Feeling like the internet has lied to me about my dating prospects. Need a dose of truth. Yeah, so putting it all out there, I used to be an escort in my 20s and a tiny bit into my early 30s. I still cam a little on the side, but I'm essentially financially independent. I own my own home, and I'm starting a small online business, non-Shrek related. I never took dating seriously and never looked for real relationships until I turned 30, after which I had a sudden, desperate urge to settle down. I've been dating for more than 4 years now, and I'm feeling beyond dejected. I truly believe no man will ever be able to accept my past and see me for who I am, and I'm worried I can't do anything about it. But the annoying thing is I can't help but feel really misled by the internet. I feel like every time I've posted a question about Shrek's work and dating online, at least 80% of replies from men are something like, I don't care what your past is like. Being a Shrek's worker is not a deal breaker to me. This has not been true for me in real life. I've been on countless dates, and the ones that have gone relatively well all abruptly ended the moment I told them about my Shrek's work in the past. I haven't met a single, normalish guy who's been okay with my past. There have been tons that just wanted to hook up, but that's not what I'm looking for either. So, where are all these internet men in real life? Are people just flat out lying online about this sort of stuff? Or am I just going after the wrong type of men? I'm mostly attracted to professional clean-cut men around my own age, but no one thus far has shown even the tiniest bit of interest in looking past my history. Am I just a lost cause? And has the internet been feeding me lies? Hey, so I'm a pretty upfront person, since I've been through a lot of shitty relationships lol. Anyways, do you believe in Jesus? Are you willing to wait for marriage? Do you have a car and a job? And if we make it this far, are you willing to pick me up and pay on the first date? I'd quit using that as your opener, to be honest. Instead try, hi, I have red flags. Date me lol. How is anyone able to have a relationship being a current or ex-Rex worker? Been rejected again. A woman in China recently had a blind date backfire when she asked dozens of her family along for a candlelit dinner to test the generosity of her love interest. The woman was forced to pay £2,300 after the man snuck out of the restaurant. A lady takes 23 relatives on date with potential lover to test his hospitality. The guy I rejected thrice got engaged last night. I'm hurt. Wonder Woman. No time for a broke mother dukkha. I'm homeless. With my daughter. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Can you help us and come pick us up? And do what? We need food. What the duck? That got to do with me? Nothing, yo mama a bit. You look like that buffalo in that last picture. You look like a single mom who made poor life decisions. $50 is for monthly sub. $80 is for video of any length you choose the scenario. Alright sweetie, I'm gonna report you to IRS. Have a nice time. Blocked. Bye. Did you actually call Ducking Taxes Service, you ducking virgin? I'm being audited. I hope you are happy, you ducking virgin. Loser cunt. No girl wants to touch you anyway. Thanks for ruining my income. Hope you feel better now, you worthless virgin. To be honest, I don't like guys named. You have to impress me. You have 2 texts to keep me interested. Go. No thanks. I'm not a dog. I don't do tricks on command. Featured comment. Meme face. Toxic player. You bad, get good. Noob. Gets good. Toxic player. Go outside, kid. If you want to be featured in the next video, use hashtag dankness. Me 23 male with ex 23 female. We were high school sweethearts. She left me to have fun in college. Now is out of school, back home, and is pissed and has everyone else pissed at me because I won't take her back. Sorry that title was super wordy, but it kind of explains most of the problem here. We had been together since we were juniors in high school. We were each other's first everything, and I thought that we were going to be together forever. But she went away to college, and midway through her freshman year she comes home and tells me before she leaves that while she loves me with all of her heart and I'm the one she wants to be with forever and marry, that while she is in college she does not want to be tied down and needed to be able to have her fun. She was telling me this as though she were explaining the directions to hooking up a computer. In other words, no emotion, just simply statements of facts, and my thoughts and feelings on the situation did not matter. She even went on to tell me that she wanted to make sure I knew she would always practice safe Shreks for our future together. Well, my reaction, I guess, was not what she planned. Needless to say, I'm not very proud of how I reacted at the time, but I became very emotional with her. I begged her not to do this and that under no circumstance would I ever consider this okay. She basically said I was being immature and that once a couple of weeks passed I would be able to talk to her rationally. Oh, and as a bonus she wanted to get my assurance that I would practice safe Shreks as well for when we got back together. The 2 weeks went by and she called me and acted like no big deal. But as we started to end the call she wanted to make sure that I was better about her sleeping with other guys. I use the present tense because, as she then informed me, in that 2 weeks she had already slept with 2 other guys. Again, not proud of this now, but I broke down when she told me this. She said she did not want to hurt me, so she wouldn't be telling me anymore about what she does. I told her that I had no desire to talk with her anymore, period. That I was willing to work on things before she slept with other people, but that was the end of it for me, and I told her I was done. She said once again that I was being immature and that she would just wait on me to contact her when I was grown up enough to understand that there is a difference between Shreks and love. That was the last time I spoke to her until about 1 month ago when she moved back home and showed up at my house one night acting like we had been together and not apart for 3 years. She did not expect nor appreciate my reaction to her showing up. I opened the door and there she was with a big smile on her face. She immediately asked to come in and I said I would come outside, which obviously caught her off guard. I asked what she wanted and she said, and I quote, "Well, that's a hell of a way to greet someone you love." To which I told her that she was delusional and that whatever love I had for her died the day she told me she had already started having Shreks with other men. She honestly had a very confused look on her face and then said, and I quote again, "Are you still uptight about all of that?" And then said, "I would have thought by now you would have grown up about that." I told her that not only was I not over it, that I would never be over it other than to be over us. At which time she proceeds to say to me, "You mean to tell me you are throwing away everything that we are together because of some stupid physical issue? I know we love each other and are meant to be together, so how do we fix this?" I was just dumbstruck. How in the duck can one person be this stupid? I asked her what I was throwing away. We have not spoken in almost 3 years other than via text, and even then it was her texting me and not me replying. She left very disappointed and that should have been the end of it. But here is the kick in the ass. I have now been inundated by friends, her family, and hell even some of my family wanting to know why I was throwing away someone so special. I ended up telling my family members the truth, and after they heard about it they quickly recanted and told me to tell her to duck off. But to her family I just said she dumped me years ago and we hadn't been together for almost 3 years. This came as a shock to them, as she had been telling them all along that we were still a couple, and even when she was home on breaks would tell them we planned on marrying. At first they didn't believe me that we hadn't seen each other in years, and I'm still not sure they do. But the friends are the ones that piss me off the most. They know the truth and yet they think I'm being weird about all of this. They said when you are young you are supposed to play the field, but if you love someone you know that in the end you will be together. I don't have enough time to write out all of the words I said to them, but I can assure you it was laced with lots of curse words. I'm now down a few friends, but they weren't friends really anyway. Here is why I'm here. I feel good and confident about my decision. However, because I have had so many people question me, I'm here to ask anonymous strangers this. Am I wrong? Should I have just accepted that she was going to play around, and now that she is older she wants to settle down and start a family? Am I just so out of touch that I want to be with a person who would want to do that and then spend the rest of my life with them? Also, just for info here, there is nobody else. It's not like I'm saying no because there is another girl, which she is accusing me of to our friends BTW. Edit. Wow, I posted this and then went out for the evening not knowing if anyone would even respond. I get up this morning and this thing has blown up. There are lots of great comments and I want to thank almost everybody for making me not feel crazy. There were some legitimate questions that were asked as well, and I think I'll just answer them here instead of trying to chase down every post. Why did I not slam the door in her face? That really is a legitimate question, one of which I do not have a good answer to. All I can say is that I was caught completely off guard. I had not seen her in years, and I had no idea she was even back home. So I opened the door not knowing who it was, and when I saw her I froze. I thank God I have a screen door as well, because I have a feeling had there not been a barrier between us, she would have tried to hug me. Question 2. How the hell did she make her family think we were still together for 3 years, even though we were never together? I never went to their house and there are no Facebook photos of us during that time. Well, the answer to this is simple. I have no idea. From what I can tell she had them convinced, because I guess she also had herself convinced that we both agreed to the open relationship during college, but would be back together permanently when she got home. Personally, I think the entire thing is ducking stupid, because let's pretend for 1 minute that I would actually agree to this bullshit. Never would in a million years. Why the hell would we avoid each other for the 3 years whenever she was home on break? So to be blunt, either they are dumber than I thought, or she has manipulated them to the point of not even questioning simple issues. Now the one thing I guess I did not mention in my original post is that her cousin, who actually is sane and has been level-headed about all of this, did tell me that she had a complete and total meltdown after I booted her off of the porch. She said that she cried for 3 straight days. I just don't get it. How in the name of God could she be this upset? I mean, she hasn't seen or spoken to me in 3 years. How could she even care? I mean that. How do you even care about someone after 3 ducking years? Do you mind if I ask you a few questions? Go. Are you looking for something serious? Would you rather stay in with your girl or go out with the boys? Are you a family guy? Do you want kids? If so, how many? What's your ideal girl? How many girls have you screwed? Do you want a family of your own? At what age would you want to start having kids? Please don't skip any. Unsubscribe. I noticed a lot of women struggle with the concept of men getting to know them then deciding they don't want to deal with them anymore, because most women genuinely believe they are good, interesting people. I got news for you. Quick question for men: why do y'all ghost women that y'all chased first? You've been visited by the cool trouser Kate. You will be blessed with soft comfortable pant, but only if you comment, "Cool pant Kate."